Smells like gravy today. What's up, guys? It's Drifts and Lifts here. Alright, so today's episode, we're going to be showing you guys a couple things that I've been doing in the garage here, and then we might take this thing that I'm showing you guys out for a rip. So as you can see, we got the 940. So if you watched the last video, if you haven't, go check it out. I picked this car up from my girlfriend, so we actually traded cars. She now has my red 740. It's an NA manual, or sorry, an NA automatic car, and she wants something a little more clean for daily driving. And this car she actually got in an accident with, so it had a big dent on the back there. And it just seemed like the right thing to do. We're gonna trade, and I really want to make an off-road car, as you guys know. So, you know, I had one car and that kind of fell through because the subframe had a bit of damage and I didn't really feel like replacing it. But you know, good things to come to those who wait, because now we got a turbo river beater, turbo off-road Volvo. So as you can see here, I've been doing a bit of stuff in it in the garage today. So we got new suspension installed, front and rear. There's really not much left to do on it. It's pretty much ready to thrash. The only thing left is a skid plate. But anyway, so yeah, this car, when I got it from my girlfriend, it was on cut springs, and there's the front shocks were pretty blown. It was pretty gross. So I actually, Mikey, if you want to come in here and check it out. All right, so what we're looking at here is Miss Huff's old coilover setup, just a bit modified for this application. So stock strut tube with like a coilover spring perch, I guess you could say, slid over the stock strut tube. And then we got this perch that's actually threaded onto this sleeve. And then there's a Bilstein HD shock into the strut tube, stock strut tube. And as you can see, the springs are a little bit interesting. I don't know how well this is gonna work yet. It might not work too great, but I had, you know, Miss Huff had just this spring, and I actually combined, I had this other spring laying in the garage, so I combined the two to get us back up to stock ride height. And it looks like, I don't know, it might fit. We're running stock top hats. It should work in theory, but I'm not too sure how stiff these springs are and that kind of thing, if they're gonna pair well with the Bilstein HD. We're just gonna have to test it out and see how it goes. So I deleted the front sway bar just because with an off-road car, you want a little bit more like variance in what the wheels are doing. I actually had to run these spacers in these wheels because the stock wheel was actually too close to the strut and it was rubbing on the perch here. So yeah, I got that on the other side, and that's basically what we got for front suspension. It's pretty much the same height as stock. It's not really much different than like a stock 740. So that's pretty much good. We may want to lift it a little bit, but in the past, a stock suspension 740's done pretty well off-road for us, especially when we weight reduce it, take all the weight out of it. It actually does raise it up just a little bit. So yeah, under the hood, actually, first I'll go over the rear suspension. So I literally just put stock springs in it. That's all I did. The rear suspension was pretty straightforward. I put stock springs and added a small shim on top, about that thick on top of the springs. So we maybe have like that much extra ride height compared to stock. But yeah, as far as the rear springs, that's all. I actually left the stock sway bar in. Once we, you know, get this going, we're gonna actually put a lot bigger tires on it. These are just for temporary, so we can drive it around today. So under the hood, so this engine is a 300,000 kilometer-ish red block. It's a squirter motor, 1994, so pretty good unit. My girlfriend ran it out of oil a few times, maybe not completely, but it was pretty low in oil, but I think it'll be fine. She didn't really abuse the car that hard, like nothing like I do to these cars. But yeah, so just recently I installed, or just today I installed a new wastegate actuator, because the stock one was doing a weird thing where I was running no boost controller, and as soon as I would hit boost, it would go up to about 8 pounds, and then as it went up in the RPMs, the boost would keep on climbing, so it would actually keep creeping. That's not supposed to happen on a stock turbo, and my assumption was that the wastegate actuator had a rip in the diaphragm, and it was essentially not allowing the wastegate to open all the way, so the gate would crack open, and then as it went up through the RPMs, I think it was just too much of a restriction, and the boost started to creep because it all had to go through exhaust housing. So I put a new wastegate actuator, that should be good. I actually put a boost controller in it as well, so we turned that up a little bit. Should be like 11 pounds or so right now. Put this cone filter, that's just gonna kind of stay like that, nothing to it. This car is going to be taking on some water, you know, doing some off-road stuff. So eventually we will kind of skid plate it and maybe even do like a snorkel outside or something. Because in the past I have hydro locked these engines before. So yeah, as far as that, there's one more thing, the interior. I did a bunch of weight reduction in here. So I stripped all the carpet out. I stripped I actually stripped the frame weights from the front end and all the AC out of the engine bay. Forgot to mention that. So yeah, I did the aftermarket OMP steering wheel sitting over there. And that's pretty much it. Got it out the trunk. Oh, one more thing. Sorry, I keep on forgetting. So if you look at the rear here, it looks kind of strange obviously because this is not a 940 bumper. This is a bumper off a 740 and it's not really a bumper at all. It's just a bumper skin. So during the crash when my girlfriend got in an accident with this thing, the bumper actually ripped off. So just to keep it looking sort of legal, I just kind of slid like a bumper skin on and zap strapped it. So I don't know, hopefully it'll stay on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So we're gonna take this thing for a go. We're gonna see how she feels. This car is gonna be sick, bro. This car is gonna be sick. It's gonna be so freaking sick. One little bolt for you, one little bolt for me. The f, dude, I hate this stupid. Oh, what? Oh, okay, maybe we're fine. Okay, we're fine though. Where's my Impacto Zacto? Hang on.
Just like that.
Speed boom. Ew, it's all jank.
Is it janky?
Like, over the truth, up in the booth. Look at this off-road machine, dude. Sick. That's dope. Okay, I'll back her out. So sick! Look at that thing.
It's dope.
Yeah. It's ready for stuff.
With the white rims. It's cool.
It looks pretty badass. Alright, so I'm pretty excited on how it looks. Definitely with the wide wheels and the spacers in the front, it looks pretty badass. So I think it's a little higher than stock. I could be wrong, I don't know. It's like, when I jump on the front here, I'll show you guys. It is really stiff, so probably good for jumping, but not as good for going over like really like whoop sections and kind of like stuff like that, you know, really bumpy sections. It might not have enough individual soak to kind of really dampen all the bumps, but we'll have to see. I'm really not too sure. I've never gone to the river with like a beefier setup than stock springs. Either it's going to be awesome or really I know the shocks are really good. These Bilstein shocks are pretty good. If this doesn't work out, I'm going to take these Bilstein shocks out and put them in the stock struts, I think. And then we'll just run it like that. Oh, my eye hurts so bad. Yeah, what do you say? We take it for a little rip down the street? Oh. I need this to drop off at all you wires. Ooh. The olive coordinates. Sidebar. Here's something that I noticed actually, guys. If you cut your downpipe like so it's pointing down at the ground, like cut it like that, I find it's not near as loud actually as if you have it cut underneath the car, like right under the seat here, because that's all vibrating up at the car, whereas if you point it down it just kind of hits the ground. I don't know, just another Volvo theory from me. Okay, so that's weird. I don't like that. Why is it doing that? Oh, gross. It's making clunkiness. Alright guys, initial like 20 seconds of driving this impression, seems that the front's going to be too stiff. I think that's going to be the case. Like even when you go like this, like it doesn't really body roll much, and when it does compress, it kind of, it's making weird sounds up there, so I don't know. It might not be too bad, like it's really tough to say. I don't know yet. I'll have to try it actually on an off-road surface, and that'll give us a lot better idea of what we're working with. But sounds cool, and it looks the part now. We just need bigger tires on it. I'm just dropping off this exhaust that we just cut off for Oliver's wagon. So if you guys remember Turbo Scott, if you've been watching the channel for a bit, Turbo Scott actually sold this car to my roommate and good friend Oliver. So Oliver is going to be rocking it now, and yeah, we're just getting it back road legal, putting exhaust on it, making it more of a good daily driver, and yeah, you'll be seeing this car around. Super, look, it's a Supra, dude. Holy crap. Look at this freaking Supra. Alright guys, so we just showed up at Tireland, my favorite tire shop around. I've been going to these guys for like, I don't know, ever since I basically got my license. So they got a scrap pile in the back that we're gonna go check out to get some big tires for this thing. So I'm not too sure exactly what size we're looking for, but something a lot bigger than what we got right now. We don't want to go too big in the back actually, because the bigger tire, the more likely you are to snap an axle shaft, I've found. So especially when you're running in welded diff, off-road, lots of, you know, it's really harsh on axle shafts, and bigger tire, more leverage just twisting up that axle shaft. So yeah, I usually like to go a bit smaller in the back and like as big as I can on the front while still being able to turn fine. Let's go see what we can find.
Probably not 14 inch.
Oh yeah, that would look so gnarly on the Volvo.
Yeah, you'd be able to break some shit with that.
Yeah. Those would look so crazy though.
Yeah, they come with 12s and 14s. These are only 26 inches tall, so they wouldn't be tall enough anyway. You know what you might want to do is go talk to Chris.
Oh yeah.
He's over at
gnarly parts, yeah.
5-star now.
Oh, is he?
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
5-star now.
Ah, nice. So shout out to Leith from Tireland, guys. I've been going to Tireland for like I said, ever since I got my license basically. So if you guys are in the Fraser Valley area, you need some tire stuff done, give them a shout. Super honest, great work. So yeah, I don't know. I'll continue going here until there's no more Tireland. Alright guys, we're at 5-Star Motorsports, and Leith let me know about this place because one of the old managers that used to work at Tireland, Chris, apparently now works here. I didn't even know that. And he said we could potentially get some quad tires for, how's it going, man? For the Volvo. So is Chris around?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. So what size are you looking for? What size? Well, we only have 14 and 15 inch wheels.
Okay. You want something that's got some good bite though, hey?
Yeah, yeah, just like, I think I've never put, because this one's turbo, so we're gonna take it down to the river and like, want something that's gonna carve the sand pretty good, you know?
Those are 15, so those are 28. That's got a lot more meat on the ground that'll dig really
That's
good.
pretty cool, yeah.
So you want me to see what the boss man wants for these guys?
No, those ones, right? These ones?
Oh, sorry, these
Yeah.
ones.
Yeah. Yeah, those seem like probably they'd be the best suited.
And they're 15s, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
That's probably what I would do.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Yeah, let's see what he
Sounds
wants.
good. I'll get you out one day for sure.
Dude, yeah, give me a shout, totally, because like I was just talking to Lee, the river is gonna be low for a little while, I guess.
Exactly.
Like, the river. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Look at that thing, dude.
Colton's freaking out. He spent almost $100
These
bucks.
gas prices make me want to vomit, dude. $92 to fill a stupid Volvo. Stupid Volvo. I'm gonna write this off. Alrighty guys, so we just arrived home with the 940. So yeah, we went to 5-Star Motorsports there, and they didn't have any tires in what I wanted to spend, so we're gonna keep looking. Kind of the plan is to put ATV tires on a set of 14-inch rims or 15s on the rear. Then when we're down at the river and doing off-road kind of stuff, then we can actually get some pretty good traction and hopefully go somewhere. Then I'm gonna put like whatever biggest kind of tire I can fit on the front. Then we're gonna do a skid plate, and I'm not sure yet if I'm gonna keep this suspension setup. I might go to the stock struts that I have there with the stock springs and just install these Bilstein shocks in those. That might be my best bet. I'm not too sure. I'm not sure if I liked how this felt. And it's got some crazy vibration going on. I'm not too sure. It might just be the rotors that were on it, but it's pretty gnarly. So yeah, we're gonna do a bit of revamping, you know, keep on messing with it, make it better. And within the week, we will be down filming a really sick video down at the river of this thing doing some off-road stunts. So I hope you guys liked it. Yeah, pretty much the update for the channel for right now. I'll leave you guys there. Or should I tell them to buy things on Patreon and you know, and merchandise and stuff, that kind of thing. Buy the merchandise, guys. Buy it. But yeah, like and subscribe for sweaty Volvo gooch. Peace out.